Well then, Inter Milan, I was not expecting this. When I made my predictions video, I expected Inter Milan to be able to, hang on against a Dortmund side who was, this was the most slow starting game. This was such a slow burner, but a beautiful and arguably, majestic comeback from Borussia Dortmund, led by one man who I don't understand why he even plays fullback anymore. It makes no sense to me why he's playing in a left back role anymore, because he could straight up just play, actually left back, right back, it doesn't make sense to me. Make him a winger. Achraf Hakimi, Achraf, the G, the absolute G, absolute monster. Assisted by Mario Götze for the first one, assisted by Jadon Sancho for the second one, helping in the lead-up play for Julian Brandt to score the third. It was... Hakimi tore apart Inter. The first half, Inter Milan were by far the better side. I think that there's no question about that. I think the pace of the game was suited to them. The 3-1-4-2 that they were playing, Brozovic was actually playing really well as a DM. There was some really weird style of goals and absolute bangers. But when Inter are playing really well, it's actually beautiful to watch, and it was. Vecino as well with his goal. Beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful to watch. Second half though. The second half. I think it just starts with Biraghi. Biraghi specifically is what helped the downfall of Inter, whereas he helped build them up in the first half because he was such an assistance to the midfield. The midfield just got exposed. Inter, they couldn't handle the double false nine pivots that Dortmund were playing. The movement from the Dortmund squad was absolutely unreal. Axel Witsel was actually unstoppable in this game, and he, alongside with Jadon Sancho and Hakimi, just screaming down the right flank, absolutely demolished Biraghi. And by the time Lazaro was introduced into the game for Inter, it was too late. It was way too late. Sancho, Götze, Hakimi, Brandt, they were all playing out of their minds at that point. And this is what you expect from Borussia Dortmund. This is why I say Borussia Dortmund are this year's Ajax. Whereas, you could say Ajax is still this year's Ajax. But Borussia Dortmund hold arguably the most talented attack of any team in all of the Champions League. Their team is so goddamn talented, and when they can finally get it all put together, it's just majestic. Lucien Favre, honestly, had them at a high-flying standard in this game. They looked untouchable in the second half. They ended with 21 shots, 9 on target. That 9 on target is the same amount of total shots Inter had the entire game. And I think 7 of those probably came in the first half. So Inter really struggled to put anything together in the second half. Hummels was dominant in the second half as well as Akanji. And it just goes to show, guys, that when you really want your team to put something together, put your best players down one flank and have them run at the most inexperienced guy on the field. It's something that Ajax did against Chelsea. They ran Ziyech, they ran Neres, they ran Quincy Promes, they ran Van de Beek. All that Marcus Alonso down the left flank, and it worked for them in the first half. I mean, Hakim Ziyech scored an absolute banger. He also assisted both goals from the right going to the left. It's such a great game plan that, you know what, they literally came to this game, they're like, all right, Hakimi, Jadon Sancho. Hakimi, I know you've been playing on the left, you've also played left wing a bit, and left back, but you know what, we're going to switch you to the right. We're going to run you right at Biraghi. We're going to see if Inter can hang on. We're going to run you away from Godin as well. Away from Diego Godin, arguably one of the best defenders still in the world. We're going to run you instead at Stefan de Vrij on the left-hand side. And we're going to see just how it goes. And it worked beautifully for them. It worked absolutely majestically for them. Skriniar and de Vrij, they could not stop it. Skriniar, I thought, did really good in the middle, but there was just no help for him whatsoever. But honestly, I think the story of the game has to be Hakimi. He was untouchable. I think it's 4 completed dribbles. Now 4 goals in the Champions League. 4 goals from right back, left back, and left mid. I think he played left mid against Slavia Prague. But 4 goals in the Champions League for one of your defenders, as well as 2 assists. He also has, I think it's 2 goals, 2 assists in the Bundesliga so far this season as well. He had 4 completed dribbles. He had 6 take-ons, 5 of which were successful. 5 successful take-ons from right back. The ball progression for that is unreal. If Real Madrid do not screw their heads on and decide, hey, we should probably bring Hakimi back, he is the long-term replacement for Dani Carvajal, then they're dumb. Then they're absolutely dumb. Forget Odriozola. Toss him away. Hakimi is the future. Hakimi was absolutely unbelievable in this game. The Moroccan is actually a monster. And I look forward to watching more of him because him and the rest of this Dortmund squad, they all link up so well together in attack. And when they are sort of unleashed, it's like letting the lion pack out. They just go. They just absolutely go with reckless abandon going forward. They sit and let, Weigl or Delaney or Witzel, and they sit and let them have the sort of this little four box, because it's Hummels, Akanji, Witzel, Delaney, or what was in this game, Weigl. They let those four sort of sit together. That's your defense. That's your little defense block. The fullbacks push high. They just scream high up the field. And now you have, 6, 7 in attack that are just going absolutely bananas, just picking teams apart. Then if you need to recycle play, there's Witzel, there's Weigl, there's Delaney. And it works beautifully. It worked so amazing in this game. And also the substitution, in the attack, I'm trying to think of what the substitution was. I mean, Lucas Piszczek is the one that came on for Jadon Sancho, because you could just push up Hakimi to the right mid spot. But bringing on Paco Alcácer, who is the best number 9 that Dortmund have, in my opinion. I know Mario Götze he's been playing great as a false 9, but Paco Alcácer is like the true striker for Dortmund. It was perfect. It was absolutely pristine to bring him on as a substitute, and as well to bring on Rafael Guerreiro on the other side for Thorgan Hazard. I don't think Thorgan Hazard was that great in this game, but he didn't have to be, because Jadon Sancho and Achraf Hakimi were, and as well as Junior Brandt playing in that number 10 role. This Dortmund squad are amazing to watch. And I'm looking forward to watching them as well, because they still have to play Barcelona and Slavia Prague. So it's going to be an amazing couple of things in the group of death. The group of death is still shooting for the stars in terms of potential, except for Barcelona. They're shooting for the dirt because they're absolutely dreadful to watch. But thank you guys so much for watching. Inter fans, I'm so sorry. I really did think the game plan that Antonio Conte set up in the first half worked amazing, but the pace of the game as it just went on, you could tell the midfield was dead. Bringing on Stefano Sensi, it just wasn't good enough. By that time, Dortmund were just high flying. They were passing through everyone. They gave into the midfield. They said you could have it, but whoever you guys have at CDM is not going to cut it, and they didn't. I mean, Brozovic was not going to cut it. Barella didn't cut it. Stefano Sensi didn't cut it. Vecino didn't cut it, and then Biraghi was just left to death. I mean, they literally left him to die out on the right flank. I felt so bad for him. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and peace.